ride and car chronicles, I guess, ride along with Trice. Let's do it. How are you doing today? Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. So I wanted to talk about how, before I even talk about what I want to talk about, let's check in. How's the soul work going? How are you feeling? Right? How are you getting along these days? How is your mind? How is your emotions? Are everything okay with you? I wanted to talk about hitting milestone. Like I recently hit a milestone in my life. Like, you know, I got older, I got wiser. New things are appearing, and I'm just thankful. I'm grateful for just that, to be able to be here now, to be here still, to be here in this state that I am. And I can honestly look back and say, look where he brought me from. A mighty, mighty long way, and I made it. I am no longer a victim, but a victor. I am no longer handling these as tests, but as testimonies. And I'm just continuously in pursuit for the peace and the happiness and the joy that I've experienced and I have been experiencing. So you got to continue to light that flame in you. You got to continue to do that so that it can continue to light the way for others. Like, what are your... I didn't set up any new, now that I'm this age, you know, for the next year I'm going to do such and such, because I already planned my year. One of the things that I teach you guys to do is to plan out and execute your year, your month. You can even start with your week, right? But get into the habit and make a plan to increase upon it each and every time. So when I already plan out my year, right, kind of already know that there are some set things in my business, because as a businesswoman, there are some things that are going to be reoccurring, that's going to have annual events or annual appearance, right? So when you're creating your content and you're creating your business, you can now plan your days, your years, your months around the events of the world or the events of your life. It's the same method as if you suddenly need to see a specialist, right? You can get on the calendar 6 months from now, because their business, they're planning, they want to make sure that they have, that they have ongoing existing business, returning clients, returning customers, right? So they're booking in advance. So if you want to plan the events of your life, it's possible, right? If you want to plan the events of your business, it's possible. But when it comes to your business, you're going to have to replace the employee mentality, right? You set your schedule, you plan the event. The thing is, being a CEO of your life, right? You have to be intentional to know that you are going to be doing this, or you want to show up in this area, you want to take a trip, you want to schedule this back massage, or this, you know, people are into the yoni steaming and things like that. You want to schedule your time for self-love, schedule your time for healing, schedule your time for building, right? You want to develop a plan. If not, then we're waking up each and every single day wondering what to do today. You're waking up each and every single day trying to understand what to plan for that day. You're winging it. And as free spirit people, trust me, I understand that, you know, every day it can be totally different, but God loves structure, right? So we must create a plan so that we can evolve, increase upon it, grow in our space, right? So even though, yes, things happen, and that's the beautiful thing about being a CEO of your life, you are in control. You are setting the schedule. So instead of being overwhelmed, instead of going in your feelings and saying, oh, I'm missing out on this because I am stuck at work. No, you're a CEO of your life. So therefore you have scheduled, and you can reschedule, and you can rearrange. And it's okay to miss out on things too, because you know what? In this season, maybe that's what you need to do. So even that in itself is something to schedule out. I knew that I just wanted to be in a certain space in a certain time, and I made sure I made it happen. Right? And it may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, it may take a month, it may take less than that. Everybody's situation, developmental process, healing process is all different. But what I want to encourage you to do is embrace change and give yourself grace. Apply grace. Apply grace to yourself. Apply grace that you would give to others, to yourself. Right? So I just wanted to come in and tap in with those few lines on this terrific Tuesday. I just want you to focus on really the accolades that you're going towards in this next season. Focus on you achieving more, right? More for yourself, more of yourself. I'm about building kingdom, but it is impossible for us to build kingdom if we are focused solely on our emotions. If we're not taking the time to unlearn and relearn, if we're not taking the time to heal what has been harmed, or bruised, or broken, or cracked, if we're not taking those time, then it's going to spill out, and you're going to continue having the same reoccurring situations and cycles in your life, because there are still things highlighted in that area that we need to focus on. So do you focus on them, or do you sweep them under the rug? In every stage and every season, are they revisiting your life, your path, your situations? Because if they are, then they will continue to do that until you make a decision. You decide to change what is happening. And in order to get a change of outcome, you need to change the income. The inner, right? So work on change. Work on getting that different result. Work on creating the mindset that is required. Work on renewing our minds, right? All other things will come. All other things will come to pass. All other things will come in alignment, right? Many of the times we often don't succeed is when we're focused on the wrong things. We're focused on the wrong things. We want to build a business. We want to break generational curse. We want to be the best that we can be for our family and the persons around us, but we're focused on the money. Why you focus on the money? Does your bills not get paid each and every single month? Everything that you need and want everything you need is provided for. So let's work on the want. You thirst, you quench your thirst. fulfill, right? So there is an action with every reaction. So are you reacting to the needs and the wants in your life, or are you reacting to the wants because you know God has your needs? So you focus on the becoming aspect, which these are things are really wants. We want a better life. We want a better environment. We want a better house. We want bigger finances, bigger bank accounts. We want more appealing clothes to look good for ourselves so we can feel good at all. Those are the wants. If God has your needs covered, are we working on our wants? Because our wealth and riches appears in so many different areas in our lives, but we neglect to appreciate those because we're focused again on the wants when we're not managing and being good stewards over the needs. We cause ourselves a lot of dis-ease and hurt and uncomfortable situations because we don't take time to focus on what is tugging at us, to focus on the traumas that keep bringing these reoccurring situations and cycles. Right? Grand rising. Blessings, Queen. Right? So now we need to develop. Now we need to grow. Now we need to love ourselves a bit more. Now we need to have healthier relationships. Now we need to take time with self so we can identify what these are. Right? So we can, if we have no one around us, it's because we are all that we need. Right? If we have no one around us giving us what it is that we want, it's because you are all that you need. You're everything that you need, everything that you desire, everything that you want wants you. But have you identified that you are that in which you want? Right? We have to be able to understand that. We have to be able to identify that within ourselves so that we can enjoy the things we already have that are around us so that it can increase and multiply. Right? How do you feel when you're around an environment or around people that are not welcoming, that don't celebrate you and that don't want you? That's what we're doing to the things that we desire. That's what we're doing to the things that we should be rising above. We should be rising up from. We should be rising forward. Right? That's how they feel because you're sparing off of those energies, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Right? The emotions, the energy attached to that are what you're exchanging. And if you're giving off those type of energy, the things that are coming towards you are standoffish. The things that are coming off to you are not certain. Does she really want me, or is she just, is she just playing with me right now? Does he really want me, or is he just, confused and having the testing the waters and having fun right now? Right? So get to know thyself, love thyself, and work on self. It's really what it's about. And it's not being selfish. It's not being, I'm in my own world. It's none of that at all. There's a time, place for everything. There's a time, seed, harvest. And you just, it's not everything that involves others. And those that understand will. And those who don't, won't. So what? Keep going on, right? Keep going on, because at the end of the day, look around you to see when you are going through the darkest, deepest times of your life, who's consistently there for you? It's impossible for someone to be consistently there for you. They have their own life to live. They're there a certain time when they can. There are those who are really committed to the cause and coming forth, but at some point there is a season. At some point, you are off to doing it on your own. So you are your biggest hinder, and you are your biggest supporter. You are your biggest motivator. You are your biggest whatever you start in life. No, people will start out with you, but who will you finish with? The people you start, what I learned in business, and I apply everything with business to life because it makes sense to me, right? The people you start with aren't always the people you are going to finish with, but you're going to make some major impacts during the way. And yes, you're definitely going to, shift some people's energy along the way as well. But let them promote you, right? While you're promoting yourself. Okay? So I came on and I was talking about achieving your goals, setting and planning your schedule in advance, and prepare yourself for what's to come. What are you doing in your preparation season? Right? There are a lot of things that we need to do within our preparation season that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people think the wait is just really sit around and do nothing, or sit around and just go off and do something else while they wait on that. But no, what are you doing to prepare yourself for what it is that you're waiting for? Right? We gotta figure that out. And it's all in the becoming stage. What are the new things that you should be implementing? Because the old things have to be passed away. Right? And then work on those things. So the waiting season is actually a preparation and a working season, right? But you're working on the things that people can't see. You're working on the things that you can't even see a result on physically, but you will feel the changes. You will take on challenges differently, right? And your mood will be altered in a good way. So in that waiting season, don't sleep on the preparation that you need to do for your life, right? Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, you may even feel too lazy to do it because it's so easy. It's so easy to work on yourselves that it seems so hard and so challenging to get it done. It seems like there is no time to do the things that we need to do now so that we can be greater people and do the things that we need to do later. It seems that way. But if you haven't noticed by now that all these feelings and emotions that you have attached to your goals and to your lacks, they really don't care about emotions. It's about an act. It's about an action. It's about your motives, right? It's about if what you can take, what you learn, you can catch a little and apply it. It's because they say it's not what's taught, it's what's caught, right? So it doesn't matter what you think you know, what you think you feel. What you're assuming is the actions that you take towards it, right? Did you catch it where you can go and apply it to see how it works in your life, to see how it creates different experiences in your life? Have you done that? Right? If not, then now is the time to do it. Now is the time to get it done. Now is the time to challenge yourself. To challenge yourself to get it done. Put yourself on a 7-day challenge. Put yourself on a 21-day challenge. Challenge yourself and create the atmosphere that you want. All right, y'all. Love you. Can't do nothing about it. Love yourself first. Self-love is your first love, okay? And experience the love of God. God's love is just immaculate love. are so favored.